child, but
You did? Okay. Thank you.
I don't know where they took her.
This is the International Day of the Child, November the 17th, 2017. What you have just witnessed is but a snapshot of what Palestinian children are experiencing at the hands of Israeli Defense Forces every day. During this illegal 50-year military occupation, each year up to 700 Palestinian children between the ages of 12 and 18, and some even younger, are arrested, detained, imprisoned, and yes, often tortured in violation of the UN Convention of the Rights of the Child. Today is the UN International Day of the Child. Today, in quotes, Canada and countries around the world celebrate National Child Day as a reminder of our shared commitment to the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. Israel signed this convention in 1990. In 2013, UNICEF carried out a review of the treatment of Palestinian children detained by the Israeli Defense Forces in light of the convention and other international standards regarding the detention and imprisonment of children. UNICEF concluded that ill treatment of children who come in contact with the military detention system appears to be widespread, systematic, and institutionalized throughout the process, from the moment of arrest until the child's prosecution and eventual conviction and sentencing. As a result of the UNICEF review, and taking Israeli security concerns into account, UNICEF found it necessary to make many recommendations to bring Israel into compliance with the Convention on the Rights of the Child and other international standards. Currently, Palestinian children are deprived of these rights. These include, but are not limited to, the rights to be informed of why they are being arrested in their own language, to have their parents notified of the arrest, and to have them present during interrogation, to be arrested in daylight, to be restrained only when necessary and in ways that do not induce pain and suffering, to not be restrained when in a cell or blindfolded or hooded, to have prompt access to a lawyer of their choice, to a judicial review within 24 hours to determine legality of their arrest and detention, to have interrogations audio recorded, to not be held in solitary confinement, to be detained in facilities in the occupied territories and to have visits from their family members, to be treated with dignity and not to be mistreated. According to the Adamir Prisoner Support and Human Rights Association, this ill treatment includes slapping, kicking, beating, violent pushing, and verbal abuse. The children are also shackled and blindfolded. And according to Defense for Children International, Israel is the only country in the world that automatically prosecutes children in military courts that lack basic and fundamental fair trial guarantees. Since 2000, at least. Now, wouldn't you want your children to have these rights? If so, we must act to ensure that Palestinian children have them too. One way to do this is to support the call for boycott, divestment, and sanctions to pressure Israel to comply with the Convention on the Rights of the Child and other international standards regarding the detainment of children. Many Western governments and corporations are complicit in these human rights abuses. One such company is Hewlett-Packard Enterprises. It is one of 60 foreign or corporations that the United Nations Human Rights Commissions put on a blacklist for profiting from the occupation of Palestine. These corporations provide the architecture for normalizing of apartheid, occupation, illegal settlements, and the unjustifiable arrest and imprisonment of Palestinian civilians, including up to 700 children per year. We need to work together to stop Israel from these violations of human rights and impunity. Join the BDS movement. You can find us online. Thank you.